Hello, welcome to Library Connection. I'm Mandy Cantrell, Youth Services Director at the B.B. Comer Memorial Library here in Sylacauga. I'm glad today to have two friends on as guests, Kathy Bozeman and Teresa Offord. Y'all are vice presidents, is that correct, of the Sylacauga Arts Council? I should know, I'm a member of the Arts Council, but thank y'all for coming in today and joining me. We're going to talk a little bit about the Sylacauga Arts Council, which is something we've partnered with at work at the library a lot, and certainly I'll support the things that the Arts Council is involved in. So thank y'all.
Thank you.
Right. Well, what is the Sylacauga Arts Council?
Well, it's a group of people that are interested in promoting the arts in our community. We have several focuses, and one of them is with the students in our area, and we'll talk more about that in a little bit. And then we also have an event that we try to help the adults of the area with the arts, and then we're just the Marble Festival also we're involved in.
That keeps us busy, I know.
Yes.
How long has the Arts Council been around?
Well, it was started in 1972, November of 1972, and so next year will be our 50th anniversary, so we need a big to-do to celebrate that.
That sounds fun.
But we try to advance an understanding and appreciation of the creative arts in the Sylacauga area, and we'd like to provide opportunities for the cultural arts, the performing arts, the visual arts, as well as music and dance. That's the purpose of the Arts Council.
Right. I know so many people don't, and I myself am guilty of this. I don't drive out of town to see an artistic performance, either a dance or a play. I don't do that as often as I should. I didn't take my children as often as I should, but I'm so glad that the Arts Council is here to provide things here in town for everyone.
Yes, there's lots of opportunities. We have the community theater, that we also provide some help to, and it's just a wonderful organization to be a part of.
And I know it began, I have a little quote here, began with Beth Yates and a group of other people to bring artistic opportunity and education to students and adults in our area. So I like that the focus is on all, not just the students and not just the adults.
Right.
But it began with Beth Yates and several other people.
Yes. Actually, they wanted to bring an orchestra. They wanted to have an orchestra here locally, but it just kind of blended into general arts, music and art, So.
Right. It is exciting. I've been a part of the Arts Council for several years, and I always enjoy supporting everything they do. How much is it to join, Kathy?
Well, we have several different membership opportunities. If you're a single person, it's $25, and that requires nothing but a contribution. You don't have to attend any meetings or do anything else. Just send us your money, and there'll be several ways you can do that. We have a website that you can go on, and we have a way you can send in the money electronically, or you could download a paper form and fill it out and mail it in, or you can just message us and we'll come get it.
That is true. We sure will.
But there's other opportunities for higher amounts on that too. We actually have one company in town that gives us $1,000 as a benefactor. But we have any kind of, the educator, we have that also for $25, and we hope our educators will be involved with us, since we, do heavily support the education here in town.
That is true. That is true. It's very easy to do. You can go online or mail us a check or call me at the library. Oh, and this is from our website. There we go. Arts for Students, supporting students attending the Sylacauga Community Playhouse shows. Right. We do support that.
Yes.
Right. Oh, this is a dinner theater. We're going to talk some more about that, but this is an evening for adults, and Top Tier was the last dinner theater we had, and then we were not able to have it due to COVID, but they're coming again.
Yes, they are, because they were a hit.
They were fantastic. So much fun. Well, we'll just go ahead. I'll tell you, before we get to the grants, we're going to talk about what the Arts Council does with the grants. The grants are, well, let me back up and say, I remember when I taught school and when you were at the library at Comer, Teresa, I know the Arts Council would bring Birmingham Children's Theater, I believe they would bring them to Sylacauga, and they would perform at a certain school or someplace, and we would bring other kids from other schools in to watch the performance, and that was wonderful. It's so nice for children to see live theater, because at that time we didn't have Sylacauga Community Playhouse, so not a chance to see live theater really well done, I think. So, but then we realized that schools, you know, you're having to have buses and drivers, and there's money to bus students here, and it was just very hard to do. So now we do something, grants to schools. So Teresa, you're in charge of that, right?
Yeah.
I know it's one of your favorite things.
Well, I do like it, and it's been easier every year that I've done it.
Yeah.
So, but we give grants to the schools in our area. We do the 4 Sylacauga schools. We do Comer Elementary and Comer High School. We do Fayetteville High School and Fayetteville Elementary, Sycamore, Winterboro, Norwood Christian School, and we give to the Sylacauga Community Playhouse. Right. So we give $500 grants each year. The past 2 years, we've had grants from a bank in town that has boosted up the money even more. But the bank's focus for their grants is not going to be what we do this year. So we only have $500 per school this year. So, but and I'm thankful to the people in the schools that write the grants. They've been so busy these past, especially last year and this year, and so they write those grants. The letters went out September 20th to the principals. Okay. And they're due the 19th of November, and we will get the checks to the schools before before school's out for Christmas, so they can go ahead and do what they need to do.
Right. Now, is this a hard thing to do? Is it a big long form, as some grants are?
No. All they have to do is write one page, give us an idea of what they're doing. We don't care about a lot of other stuff. We want a budget, and we want what you're going to do with this and what students this will impact. Yes. Small schools like Indian Valley, Sycamore, they can do things for their whole school.
Right.
And so that's wonderful. And sometimes last year with COVID, we had several schools buying art books and things for their libraries, and so that was good.
Well, we're going to pause for a commercial break, and we'll be right back and talk some more with Kathy and Teresa.
Since 1848, First Bank of Alabama has been dedicated to our customers and excellence in all areas. With constant improvements to our facilities, to adding new products and services to better serve you, our team is fully engaged in all the communities we serve. First Bank of Alabama knows that time is money, so we offer hometown services with advanced technology that allows you to bank on your own schedule. We want to be your community bank, so stop by. Come see us at First Bank of Alabama, where you're always first.
Marble City Pharmacy in Sylacauga is your destination for the highest quality health care. Our knowledgeable pharmacists are always available for questions about your medications or advice on taking over-the-counter products and supplements. Our friendly staff can assist you in choosing from our full lines of compression hose and medical equipment. And don't forget our gift department. We have a great selection of unique gifts for every occasion. Stop by and see us today. Marble City Pharmacy, here for life.
Coosa Valley Medical Center, one of the top 10 hospitals in Alabama, is also Sylacauga's largest employer. Services from the emergency room to surgery to cancer treatment to post-stroke care. You won't believe what's right in your backyard. It's Coosa Valley Medical Center in Sylacauga. So, if you're sick in Alabama, choose one of the top 10 hospitals in Alabama. That is Coosa Valley Medical Center.
Welcome back to Library Connection. I'm talking with Kathy Bozeman and Teresa Offord. They are the vice presidents of the Sylacauga Arts Council here in town. And before we talk some more about that, I want to be sure and thank TV47 and Chris especially for all they do to help us put on our program. And I think this is a very worthy cause for people to know about. I know we want everyone to join and be a part of this. We were talking about grants to schools, Teresa. I know schools apply for grants, and it's a very easy process.
Yeah.
What kind of grants have you given in the past?
We have a few stipulations for the grants, but not that many. Lauren Layton at Sylacauga High School is always the first to send her grant in, and she uses it for sets with her drama classes. And I had hers the next day. And so I was telling Kathy and Mandy that Jimmy Reynolds called. He's the art teacher at Sylacauga High School, and he wanted to know if the money could be used for tickets for the Van Gogh exhibit in Birmingham. And I said, yes, they've been used for the Shakespeare Festival.
Yes.
The choirs at Nichols Lawson and Sylacauga have used them for choir retreats.
Yes.
B.B. Comer High School a couple of years ago, the librarian there wrote a long grant, but she wanted it for chess sets, for a chess club, and did a whole paper on why chess is art, and we believed her because it was very good.
I read that.
Yes. And so she did that. Lots of schools, Nowood uses theirs for usually supplies for art and music, because Sycamore has done several times. They have a group that come called Drumming Up Character.
Yes.
And they use drums. The kids get to drum on their desk. It involves the whole school. It teaches character and percussion. They bring lots of drums and percussion instruments, and so that sounds like a lot of fun too.
I want to talk, I'm sorry, I'm going to interrupt here. I went to their school when I had this position a few years ago, and they wrote a grant it was the science teacher at Sycamore, and I thought, this is odd, science and art, but it was fascinating. She had done her research like the chess teacher did, and it was color and light and the science behind all of that. So I said, I've just got to come. I don't want to check up on you. I just want to see what you're doing. And it was so much fun. These teachers get very creative.
Yes. Fayetteville got ukuleles a couple of years ago to start a ukulele band, and so
that's ongoing.
Yes.
Once you have
it's not consumable. You know, the supplies are consumable, but some of it lasts forever. So that's great. The teachers do a wonderful job. Wonderful job.
And the more people we have to join the Arts Council, the more money we can give.
Yes. And let me say this. Because of COVID, our numbers were down last year. We don't have the extra money from a grant from a bank.
Right.
We need people to join. If your child is in a school, if your children have been in a school, if you drive by a school, you need to join the Arts Council, because the children in our schools are a part of everybody's life. You don't have to have a child there. They affect, the type of education we have affects our life. I've always said, I like to see my former students when I go to the hospital, and I want it to be the ones that would not kill me. So, you know, they're going to be the ones taking care of us. So it's important for our whole town. So please consider $25 to join. It would help the students so much.
I know some of the schools will come. I know Pinecrest and Indian Valley would partner together to have UAB Cabaret Theater, and I thought that's a little money saving there too. If the group comes and performs in two separate schools, then the travel cost is down. But that's several hundred children who get to see a live performance, and it's something for children. It's not just a theatrical performance. It is something geared for children.
Right.
Yeah. And I know when my girls were in school, which has been a few years ago, the grant helped to offset the cost of them going to the Shakespeare. So yeah, I was all about that.
Yes.
That's so much fun. So that's going on right now. The grants have gone out, or the
Yes, the
letters
have gone out. Yes, and we'll be collecting those. And most everything we've always approved. So it's not really hard.
Right.
It's just Pinecrest does that Pinecrest quilt too.
Yes.
That's always wonderful. David Whitman works with them, and so they make a quilt, and they have something to save. So that's a wonderful project too. That's
I think that started with the G's Bend quilt.
Yes,
with the
that's what
bicentennial.
Yes, David Whitman talks about that.
Wow, I like the way they incorporate it into their lessons. Everything,
Alabama history. Yeah.
That's great. Well, let's look at some of the grants, some of the kids, and some of the things they've made. I know you've been to some of the schools to deliver the check. Oh, here they are. Tell us about this one.
Okay, this is Norwood. This was last year with some of the art supplies. This was the last year's first grade, so they're pretty excited about all they do.
To do art, you need more sometimes than just crayons.
Yes,
crayons
and the teacher that we had the past few years was totally volunteer.
Oh,
so she didn't have to spend her own money.
Right.
And Dad, I think, is Norwood too. They did koi.
Oh, okay. Oh, koi. Oh,
I
yes.
think that's what that is.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know fish.
That looks right. That looks.
And B.B. Comer last year bought art books for the library, and the librarian sent us, Belinda sent us those pictures.
That is so nice, because I know schools don't have extra money for things like that. So that's wonderful. Let's see. Oh, there we go. All right, that's great. So I know I've been to the schools to see some of the performances and seen the children, how much they enjoyed it. That's great. Let's see. You can follow the Arts Council on Facebook to see some of these pictures, can't you?
Yes, we have the website, and we also have a Facebook page.
Okay.
So everyone, please go on Facebook and like our page and follow us, and
There it is,
stay up
right.
to date with what we're doing.
You can see what the schools are doing and where your money is going. And I will stress again, I know we said like for one person to join it's $25, a couple $50. Do you have to attend any meetings or anything like that?
No meetings, no. We won't bug you or anything. You can just be a part of it.
That's kind of the first thing I'm asked when I invite someone to join. Oh, I don't really want anything else. Well, you don't have to. We take your money and provide things like this.
Right.
Yes,
right.
we will bug you less if you join.
Right.
That is absolutely right. Yeah. Well, we're going to pause for another commercial break, and then we'll talk about some more things that the Arts Council is involved with.
Our customers and excellence in all areas. With constant improvements to our facilities, to adding new products and services to better serve you, our team is fully engaged in all the communities we serve. First Bank of Alabama knows that time is money, so we offer hometown services with advanced technology that allows you to bank on your own schedule. We want to be your community bank, so stop by. Come see us at First Bank of Alabama, where you're always first.
Marble City Pharmacy in Sylacauga is your destination for the highest quality health care. Our knowledgeable pharmacists are always available for questions about your medications or advice on taking over-the-counter products and supplements. Our friendly staff can assist you in choosing from our full lines of compression hose and medical equipment. And don't forget our gift department. We have a great selection of unique gifts for every occasion. Stop by and see us today. Marble City Pharmacy, here for life.
Coosa Valley Medical Center, one of the top 10 hospitals in Alabama, is also Sylacauga's largest employer. Services from the emergency room to surgery to cancer treatment to post-stroke care. You won't believe what's right in your backyard. It's Coosa Valley Medical Center in Sylacauga. So, if you're sick in Alabama, choose one of the top 10 hospitals in Alabama. That is Coosa Valley Medical Center.
Here we go.
Welcome back to Library Connection. We're talking about the Sylacauga Arts Council today with the Vice Presidents of the Arts Council, Kathy Bozeman and Teresa Offord. We didn't even talk about the President, Ted Spears, who has been such an important person and just really believes in the Arts Council. He sold me on it.
Yes,
Yes, that's
Wonderful.
great. Now we'll talk about some of the event we have for adults, dinner theater.
Yes.
Yeah, Top Tier was the group last time.
And that will be February the 10th, 6 o'clock. That's from 2
there
years
we
ago,
go.
right there. That was at the rec. Because of athletic events, we're unable to be at the rec this year, so we'll be at First Baptist Church in their CLC. And we're going to have the Top Tier band from Nashville. It's a 5-piece band. They were beyond fabulous.
Yes,
they were.
They play decades of music.
Yes, there they, yes.
Yeah, there they are.
Yeah.
And they're coming back, and they're wonderful. People got up and danced.
Yes.
I had never seen that before, but that's how good they were.
It was several
sang-
generations.
Yes,
that enjoyed
yes.
it.
And so
I looked across and there were people just singing and just like I was.
I sang every song I knew and some I didn't know. But
Oh,
that was
so
from
fun.
2 years ago. Well, a year and a half, almost 2 years ago.
right.
But they were wonderful.
And it's not just a wonderful performance, it's a fantastic
Yes.
meal.
Yes, the meal is catered by Hickory Street Cafe. You can't go wrong when they cook your food ever.
right.
And we have door prizes.
And we usually sell out. So
Yes,
Yes, yes.
We'll have tickets available probably late November, and
Yes.
maybe you can give
And
them
the
as a
tickets
gift for your.
are $25 per person. You can have a table of 8.
That's nice to do. Get some friends together and you want to all sit together and have a good time, and we put your name on the table so you have a
Reserved
spot.
table.
Yes.
And it's just, and businesses can buy a table and they can fill it full of their employees. And so it's just a real fun night. And it's not late. It's usually about 6 to 8, 8:30.
Oh,
so,
look what a crowd we had. That was
yes.
wonderful. So we will look forward to that again. Tickets probably around the end of November.
Yes.
Nice Christmas gift
Yes.
for someone. Yeah, several people do
A
that.
good, and it's usually near Valentine's Day. It's a good Valentine's Day.
That's true, guys.
Take your Valentine.
That's true. Now, another thing the Sylacauga Arts Council does is the Marble Festival. It falls under the umbrella of Sylacauga Arts Council. And that will be in April.
I believe so, yes. We are heavily involved in promoting and helping with the Marble Festival, and we service the sales room for
Yes.
the pieces.
Yeah, that
We
is
have that.
so much fun.
Oh, yeah, there
Because
they are.
Here's
you
some
get
pictures from last
to meet
year.
people from, up north, like, oh, we're from Pennsylvania.
I met a lady from Spain.
Okay.
I was like, wow. Here in Atlanta to visit her brother who was a sculptor. If you don't know what the Marble Festival is, there is an Italian sculptor that the Arts Council brings over to Sylacauga during the festival, and he will be here 10 or 12 days, and he sculpts and sculptors from all across the country and even outside the country come, 20 or 30, come, and they all sculpt in the park across from Bluebell. And it's so fun to go by, talk with them, see what they're making. Very interesting.
It is. And we have our sculptor here in town, Craig Brown.
Yes.
And we have an Italian sculptor who lives in Coosa County.
Yes.
And what's his name?
I can't remember his name.
He's the nicest man, and he sold a lot of his work last year. And he does beautiful work too, so it's really exciting we have those two men that are our own.
Right here. And the sale room is set up at the library down the hall across from the auditorium, and Shirley Williams does a great job of running that. Miss Carlton did it for several years, and it's a nice place. You might want to buy a large piece, or you might want to buy a small piece, maybe a heart or a
Kathy has on
You've
her
got yours
heart.
Good, yeah. Craig
I'm
makes
very
that.
proud of this.
Yes.
Oh, those are. I've given several of those as gifts.
So
for
have I.
people. Yeah. people who maybe used to live in Sylacauga but have moved away now, they have a little bit of Sylacauga with them. And my daughters, I wanted them to have one. They may not live here, but I want them to know where they came from.
Yes.
Yes.
And that's part of what we do with the Marble Festival too, is to teach students. I know I'll have a lot of tours. I do the children's tours, and then our director Tracy Thomas or other people do the adults. I've done a few adult tours, but the children's tours are my favorite. But I want them to know what we have here. So it's a lot.
And we
of fun.
have, had the Corey tour, but we weren't able to do that last year. But maybe we can bring that back.
Oh, I hope so.
I know that's very meaningful.
Yeah, so many people live right here and don't know what we have.
Yeah.
So it's fun to get to share that with people. And we have a lot of people come in to see the sculptors. They each get a large block of marble and they get to sculpt a piece. They learn from each other. And they're set up at the park across from Bluebell. I like to go by and see, well, today it looks like this, and come back in another day or two and watch it change. And then the pieces by the Italian sculptor are housed in our building at the library. So please come by. They are beautiful, beautiful pieces. So it's a lot of fun. So we can look forward to Top Tier in February.
Yes.
And then the Marble Festival in April.
That's right.
And
February
right
10th. February 10th.
It's a
Thursday night.
Okay, great. Can those tickets be bought online? Or I know we're not there yet.
Yes, we will. You should be able to go on our website and purchase those.
Okay, when it's time.
Right.
Okay,
Yes,
great.
when they're available.
All right, and let's just talk one more time about the ways you can join the arts. And anybody can join. No meetings to come to. Just know that your money goes to promote the arts in our community.
Right. We have on our website, we have an availability. You can give online, or you can download a paper form and print it out and fill it out and mail it in. But like we said, we're all available. The people at the library will be glad to help you. We'll come get it. If you just give us a call, there's a place on our Facebook page where you can message, and we'll get that message. And we just appreciate the community being involved with this. $25 is the lowest amount, and it goes up from there. You can give as a family $100, and that's a great way to be involved with our Arts Council.
Follow us on Facebook.
And we need you to join so we can continue the grant program to the schools.
Right. And like you mentioned a little while ago, someone in the arts, I think it's Shirley Spears, writes the grants. Because we depend on your donations, but we also write grants to get more money.
Yes.
I know one of those has gone away, but that happens. But still, somebody is actively writing to get more money for the Marble Festival, for grants to schools. So we're
Dr. Shirley is a wonderful grant writer.
She is. And both of them really support the Arts Council so much. It's just important.
They are a driving force.
That is the perfect way to put it. And he's our president right
Yes.
now, right?
Yes.
So,
And we have some other officers.
Let's see, Pam Bolton's our new secretary, and Judy Manis has been treasurer for, bless her, a long time. Parliamentarian Maxine Crawford, scrapbook Shirley Williams, the ex officio person is Summer Ernest, and publicity is Nancy Nunley. She goes around snapping pictures.
always has that camera.
All right.
Well, great. Thank you, ladies, for joining me on Library Connection, and thank you for joining us.